This video is for you. It doesn't matter what's happening in your life right now, however bad it may be. It can change in a blink of an eye, simply by changing your states of consciousness and your frequencies. But we're going to go a little bit deeper into that, because states of consciousness are really key, because they control your inner dialogues. I wanted to share this because today's topic is gratitude, finding gratitude at the bottom. I was in prison for 8.5 years, and I found gratitude while I was in there. I found happiness and peace within myself, and that was truly the key to my success now. Finding that within myself, because nothing on the outside can change that. It doesn't matter if I wasn't making $300,000 a month. None of that matters. I would still have the same peace that I have within me, but that's why I have the money. That's why I make that money, is because it doesn't matter whether I have it or not. I control the simulation from within myself. I've found the keys to how the matrix works, to how reality actually works. And that's through states of consciousness. If you no longer need anything on the outside world, you're telling this simulation, where creation is already finished. You're just manifesting different portions of that. You're telling the simulation that you already have everything. If you don't need anything, I want things, but I don't need anything. Even if I had nothing, I don't need anything. I want it. And that's the secret. That's the trick. And that's the topic of this video. That's the focal point of this video, is that you have to train your mind not to need anything, but only you can want things, and that's fine. But when you get away from the need of having this, the need of a relationship, the need of being a millionaire, the need of this house, the need of this truck, but wanting it, yeah, that's okay. But you have to detach yourself from the need of these things, because you really don't need anything. You already have everything. Creation is already finished. God has provided that within yourself. You already have that. Right now you have that. And you can feel it if you truly stop yourself right now. Just say this to yourself right now. Creation is already finished. I already have everything that I desire, no matter what's happening in your world. I was in prison for almost 10 years. I've been out of prison for 2.5 now. I found happiness within me. I don't need anything. I could go back to prison for the rest of my life and be content and at peace with that. I don't need anything to be happy. I like to have things. I want things. I like cars. I like houses. I like, islands in my backyard. I love that stuff. I love pools and hot tubs. But I don't need any of that to be happy. And that's the secret. And that's the secret that so many can't seem to find. And I wanted to share this video with you. Do a little walk video. And also share the beautifulness, the absolutely beautiful parts of Florida here. About 100 degrees out. But it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm going to walk out here. I'm going to walk out to my little island out here with you. But life is absolutely beautiful and tremendous at all times. And I changed, and a big part of my success was changing my mindset from, it was very simple actually. And you probably heard this, change your mindset. It's not a big deal. Oh, I've heard this a million times, but literally changing your mindset to think that hard work doesn't have to be hard. It literally does not have to be hard. You're putting that perception out in the universe that it's hard work, and that's what's making it hard. When you're providing value and service and love and gratitude out there to people, it's not hard work. You have to stop yourself. Say you have 20 things to do today or tomorrow or this week that seem difficult right at the face value of it. But if you really sink yourself into that and change, wait a minute, this really isn't that hard. I can do all this, and I know that I'm gonna feel great when I get done with it, because I never miss. I'm gonna do all of these things and create this new state of consciousness and really go to that next level. It's changing that mindset. Hard work doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be hard. That's really where happiness comes from. It's when you can change your mindset and get your mindset into doing hard work, but providing value and service and helping as many people as you possibly can. And at the end of the day, you feel so happy and grateful for what you were able to do. And that shifts your state of consciousness, because the inception point for the subconscious occurs right before sleep. Right before you go to sleep at night is when the subconscious mind can feel who you are. It can feel who you are. And if you're doing these things all day long, providing these services and this value to all these people, you're shifting states of consciousness as you're doing that. And it becomes easier as you do this, and as you be consistent and change who you are. But life is absolutely beautiful. There's a little waterfall behind me. I don't know if you see it. It's not on at the moment. But there's a little alligator in here. I'm going to name him Neville. He's like a little 3-footer in this pond right back here. I saw him a couple times. I got to come out here and feed him. Oh my gosh, it is absolutely beautiful out here. Absolutely stunning. Just enjoying life. And I remember when I was in prison, that I would imagine myself into places like this all the time and feel it to be so real to me. Even though I was stuck in a cell, I was stuck in prison. I couldn't go outside. You can't go outside whenever you want. Some prisons I was at, you couldn't even, they had 24-hour lockdowns where you couldn't even go outside. You know, you couldn't even get something to eat when you wanted to. And in prison, fresh air is hard to find. It always smells bad. And it's just, I had to learn to go within myself and find happiness. And this is what I created. I saw all of this in my imagination before it happened. Before any of this happened, I saw it all in my imagination. I felt it all to be real within me. And now my world is just reflecting that back to me. And it's just absolutely stunning. And I want everyone to experience this and learn how to create their imaginations. Learn how to create feeling states from within and be happy with whatever circumstances you are now, because it's either you control the simulation or it controls you. And by controlling the simulation, you find happiness and content and peace within yourself, no matter what it's showing you. And then it gets confused with that. And then it's like, wait a minute, he's in prison and he doesn't have absolutely nothing, but his feeling states and his states of consciousness are, he is abundant and successful and he has everything that he ever desired right now. So we have to make changes. We have to shift him in the parallel realities, and we have to give that to him. And that's what happens. Sometimes it could take a little bit of time, but I saw changes while I was in prison. I would get transferred to new dorms, new prisons that were better and better and better as I did this. And as soon as I got out, within the first month, I was making $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 a month. You know, because that's just who I was. I saw an opportunity. I saw an opportunity to help a lot of people. Something that I enjoyed doing. And I just did it. And I never missed. I was consistent. I was institutionalized too. That was a state of consciousness that I created. I do things at a certain time. I wake up at a certain time. I do my exercise. I do my routines, my mental routines, my physical body routines. I get in shape. I do things every single day, and they became easy for me. And getting out, prison is hard. Life out here is easy. If you can design your mind properly, you can create anything. This is all simple stuff. Creating a YouTube channel, a brand, a business, being an entrepreneur. All this stuff is very, very simple. It's just your mindset is not trained properly. And that's what I go over on my channel, but we're gonna get deeper into this stuff as we go. Just, the first thing you need to do is just realize that life is absolutely beautiful. And get into that feeling state and go within yourself and find gratitude and love in the moment right now, no matter what's happening in your life. And you will trick the simulation to believe that you already have everything that you want. And stop the need. You don't need anything. Creation is already finished. Your creation is already finished. You absolutely do not need anything. It's okay to want things, but you don't need anything. You absolutely do not need anything. I love you all. Stay tuned and stay grateful and find peace right now. Go within yourself and find peace. Find peace, and your entire life will turn a 180. You will have massive wealth and success and love and happiness, everything in your life. Turn it around right now. Find it. Find your gratitude And I'm here for you. I support you all the way, 100%. I support you. And there's nothing more in this world that I want everyone to find what I found. Nothing more that I want. I want everyone to feel what I feel, to find what I found. That's gratitude and peace on the inside. I love you all. I'll see you in the next one.